With restaurants and bars across Michigan opening for indoor dining. Good afternoon. I'm Alicia Smith. After months of takeout service only, Michigan restaurants are setting tables again, but there are a number of restrictions now in place. Capacity is limited to 25%. There's a limit of 100 people total. Tables must be 6 feet apart. No more than 6 people can sit at one table. And there's also a nightly curfew of 10 p.m. 7 Action News reporter Jen Shantz spoke with owners who are welcoming customers back and trying to recover from months of lost revenue.
Gus and Us Grill here in Allen Park is the kind of place where the servers know your name and most folks have a regular order. And today, for the first time since they shut down back in November, they were able to welcome their customers back for breakfast inside.
It's been a really weird year.
Like many restaurant owners in Michigan, the owners of Gus and Us Grill say the flip-flopping of closing then reopening only to close again has been stressful, both emotionally and financially. But it's those loyal regulars, they say, who have kept them going.
They've supported us twice a day. Probably 75% of our customers are regular customers.
They're still relying on takeout services like Grubhub and DoorDash, but hope their new hours, now open starting at 8 o'clock instead of 11 most days, will draw a larger breakfast and lunch crowd.
It's a big difference eating inside and being with your friends than picking it up, taking it home.
This loyal regular has been getting breakfast at Tim's Coney Island in Allen Park for almost 30 years. He was one of the first people in the door today, getting his usual oatmeal.
The service is great, the food is great, just everything about it. It's like a family restaurant.
A survey by the Michigan Restaurant and Lodging Association found 40% of restaurants in the state won't reopen under the current restriction of just 25% capacity. The Royal Oak Brewing Company taking to Facebook to announce it's closing its tap room for good.
Something better than nothing.
But Tim Zulli, the owner of Tim's Coney Island, says it's going to take time to make up what he's lost.
It's going to take a year at least, or more.
We've heard from a lot of servers and bartenders over the past several months and several weeks, and one thing that they're hoping you keep in mind if you venture out for dine-in service today, because of that 25% capacity cap, they're anticipating only taking home about 25% of their usual tips. So they're hoping people will remember to be generous. Reporting in Allen Park, Jen Shantz, 7 Action News.